Do it over. Rewind. All right. We'll call to order the governing board meeting at 5 p.m. Mr. Jensen, would you like to lead us in the salute?
If you all please rise and face the flag. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Jensen. Let it be noted, roll call that all governing board members are present. Approval of agenda for the November 10th governing board meeting. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Frutos.
I'll second.
Thank you, Mr. Jensen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. We'll go on to governing board comments. Mr. Jensen.
Yes, I did want to thank those who attended the speech tournament and the excellent results that occurred there for our district. What was transmitted to me was some awesome indications, and I'll let Dr. Lee expound on that during her piece of the evening. But I just wanted to say how proud I am that all the students did so exceptionally well. And even if they hadn't, just participating in events like that is super critical to our district. I did want to say I regret that I will be unable to be here in December. I planned a vacation, unfortunately, without thinking. And so I will not be able to attend in December. But I look forward to seeing the minutes and reading the information ahead of time, because I know it's a critical meeting of the year. And that's all I have.
All right. Thank you. Ms. Estrada.
I just wanted to thank everyone in the audience here in person and as well as online. It's really great just to see a full house and all of our community members, our faculty, staff, and it's just great to see everybody. I just wanted to go ahead and highlight some of the events that I attended, which one would be the OCSBA ACSA, as well as some of our other board members. And during that conference, there was a speaker named Dr. Sandy Singh, and she did give a very amazing presentation that really did resonate with me. And one of the most important things that she highlighted was how we could be leaders, not only to the students, but to each other, and just the importance of how much it means to people to see them as an individual and not just as just a group or just a collective, but to really, really ask them how their day is, to ask them what they believe their impact is, how every day that they come to work, they don't see it as a job, but they see it as an investment to help the future of our students. And I think that was just such an important message, and it really just encompassed what we are all here for and what everyone does here every day, because at the end of the day, it is for the students. And not only can we help them, but we can help each other just grow and be better as individuals. And she did say one quote that was, "Under the correct conditions, the seed of greatness can grow in anyone." And I really enjoyed it so much. I even put it on a little Post-it above above my mirror, just so I could always see it and just remember that even I'm so grateful for the position that I am in, and I'm so grateful for everybody that shows up day to day. And you are all leaders, and it is so important, the role that you do here for our students as well as for each other. And also, I did attend the ribbon cutting of the Gilbert Early Learning Center alongside our board and cabinet. And it was an amazing time. I was really early in the morning, and it was an amazing time to see all of our community partners, the city, and even some new parents, as well as our parents from the community. And just hearing the buzz of how excited they were to walk into such a new facility and to bring their children along, just 2-year-olds, 2.5-year-olds, 3-year-olds. It was really amazing just to see and hear from parents who would walk up and ask, "Oh, how quickly are you guys opening? Well, we're so excited to have our students here and to be part of this district." It really was so eye-opening. And just to hear that there were even some parents from a little bit further away that were thinking of moving here just to be one of the first families to be in the Early Learning Center, just because they were so interested in our dual immersion program. And I mean, it's really amazing to see. And I really am grateful for the opportunity and thank you for everyone that attended. And that is all for my report.
Ms. Shea?
Right, well, thank you. Well, tomorrow's Veterans Day, so I want to first say how appreciative we are of our veterans. And I also want to mention that I went to a number of trunk or treats. And so I want to thank the staff who participated. It made it so much fun for all the kids. And I'm happy that we're going to be able to acknowledge some of our community partners tonight. For our speech, fantastic news. I want to thank our coaches because it's not just the kids, and it's the parents and the coaches that help them develop who they are and what they can do. On 10/15, I also attended the dinner and I was really inspired by the speaker. On 10/21, I went to the DLAC meeting, which is the district level of English learning parents, families. And they thanked the former board members and they introduced the new members for the coming year. So that was exciting. And reclassification was one of the topics they talked about, which is important for all of our families to understand how important that is. On 10/23, I attended the basketball tournament with the 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders, which was at the Buena Park Middle School right here. And there were parents there and staff, and the community really came out to support them. So I was really happy to be there, be a part. On 10/30, went to the Gilbert ribbon cutting. On 11/3, I went to the classified orientation breakfast. I got to meet and talk to some of the staff that I haven't, interacted with before, which was nice. On 11/4, I attended the final meeting of the Culture Fest committee, and they expressed their thanks for the participation of our Buena Park Middle School students and staff. I shouldn't say just students. And on 11/5, I attended the Buena Park Veterans Luncheon, and we were there to honor one of our vets, Mike Magbu, who has 10 years of service in the Army. So that was nice to do. And on 11/7, I attended the Teacher of the Year banquet, which is at Disneyland. It was in honor of Mrs. Lee from Buena Park Middle School. So I was proud to be part of that group also. That's my report. Thank you.
Mr. Firdaus?
All right. Good evening, everyone. It's great to hear everybody here already mention some things, so I will try not to duplicate some, but everybody always does a great job participating and being involved in our community when it comes to our district. There's a lot of exciting things, as mentioned. I think one of the biggest one was the ribbon cutting at Gilbert for the Early Learning Center. It was a proud moment because that's a beautiful building where we're gonna have new students at 2.5 years old coming in and having a dual immersion experience so early on as they develop. So I think that was, probably one of the biggest highlights amongst others. But again, just to see the community be a part of it, enjoying the building, asking questions, and, having a buzz in regards to possibly wanting to come here or moving here. And all I have to say is that all they got to do is just request a transfer, because if they don't have it, we do, and they can come over. Also had the opportunity to participate in the city's Cops and Goblins. It was well attended. It's always amazing to see all the kiddos running around in their costumes. I know our district, from what I've seen, we had probably one of the best themes out there, Jurassic Park. We had inflatable dinosaurs. We have handmade decorations that was created by some of our staff here at the district. So that was pretty awesome. And thank you to all the staff and volunteers that participated on their own time to go make that enjoyable time for all the kiddos out there. Also had the opportunity to visit Beatty. Had the chance to walk the Whitaker track in the morning with the parents. I think that was probably one of my favorite 15 minutes of the day, just to kind of walk around with the students and engaging with the families. Also had an opportunity to do recess with the level one at Pendleton. I had an amazing time just to interact with the students, but also on a personal level, had a time to enjoy time with my daughter, who is in 3rd grade, and kind of having her walk me around, and me being a part of what she does through recess. To me, it's an experience that I will always cherish forever. And the families that were there are also going to do the same, because I can just see a bundle of joy everywhere I turn around with the families and the kiddos running around, playing jump rope, basketball, running around, just engaging with their families, you know, on campus. To me was a beautiful sight to see. In addition to what Ms. Shedd said, we did attend the Teacher of the Year. Congratulations to Ms. Hawley for being a nominee for Teacher of the Year. It's always a beautiful event, but anytime that we can recognize any of our staff or teachers or anybody at such a event is always a beautiful thing, because they deserve it and they do put in the work. And it's important for us to acknowledge it and see it and, you know, celebrate it with them so they feel that and know that we do always care about them no matter where they're at in their stages, as far as teaching goes. Also, a special thanks and shout out to Ms. Ahmad for organizing the first annual holiday market at Beatty. That was super cool. A lot of local vendors, a lot of families. The empanadas were amazing. And it was just, you know, it was something nice to see because it was the first annual thing. It was just created. But knowing how well it went, I can see it happening, just not there, but across our district. But the importance of that was just to interact with the community, interact with the families, so they can see what we do have here, because we do have a lot of great things in the city of Buena Park. And also just a few last things, just looking forward to CSBA in December, but also more importantly, just taking some time off for Thanksgiving. For those of you that are taking time off, please enjoy it. If you are working during that time, please still make some time to enjoy with your family or do something for yourselves to get away from the work, because it's also important that we make ourselves whole before we can make others, you know, whole, you know, in general. So please do take some time off, enjoy it. And with that, I will conclude my report.
Thank you. Yeah, for myself, I want to welcome everyone. It's Thanksgiving month. November is the month of Thanksgiving. So I want to thank all our cabinet, our superintendent, our district staff, our site staff. I have to give love to PE teachers. I see them here. Mike's a PE teacher, so much love to PE teachers. But again, there's a lot to be thankful for, especially it's fitting that we're doing our partner recognition. It takes a village to raise every child, and we have an amazing village. So I want to thank, and I'm excited for recognizing our partners. I mean, it's a pretty impressive list. I mean, we got big names out here, big hitters, churches to Cal State Fullerton to Anaheim Ducks. I mean, we don't mess around here in Buena Park. So thank you to our partners in our village. And it says a lot. I mean, we always talked about small but mighty. So I take away the small now. I think we're just mighty. Not the mighty Ducks. They're not my Ducks anymore. Just we're the mighty District Buena Park here. And so a lot of thanks, and it takes a lot to build up what we've been building towards. And I think the energy has been great. Thank you to all those who have been here and continue to do the work. Countdown, I'll do it for the teachers. We're only 40% down the school year. We got 60% more to go. So 6 more months. So I'll do it for you. Countdown, guys, is really fast happening. Not that you want them to leave, just saying it's always there. And so just, you know, with this time of Veterans Day as well as Thanksgiving, hopefully everyone finds something to be thankful for. Keep that positive energy going. That's the only thing we can do, right, in good times. So I also want to give a shout out to Miss Lee at Buena Park Middle School. I feel like the middle school gets a Teacher of the Year like every year. I don't know if that's true, but it just shows you the strength of our schools. And I know every teacher could be a Teacher of the Year, to be honest. I know that. I want to put it out there. But again, kudos to her. She's been doing amazing things in the school. So I'm glad that we got to recognize her. And also my 2 cents on the Early Learning Center. I think we're doing a lot of amazing things to be creative, to keep at bay the declining enrollment, to grab kids early, because when you get them early, they stay with us. So Principal Chavez is going to have a lot of amazing things she can do with dual language and preschool and SPED. There's so many great things. So that's great. And I think we had a lot of representation from all levels coming to support and celebrate with us. So that was great. And again, our team does a great job of recognizing everything. Great. I want to thank our board for keeping it real and putting kids first. I think that's very important. I want to put that out there. Not all people get to do that. And I think our board cares about kids, number one. So I hope we continue to do that. Thank you to our board. And that is my report. So Dr. Lee.
Well, good evening, Governing Board of Trustees, Executive Cabinet, our Buena Park School District staff, guests, as well as our community partners. Welcome to this board meeting. Happy Veterans Day. We honor our veterans, and we want to especially honor our own Bond Projects Officer Mike Magbu, I think he's sitting in the back, for his service to our country and his continued commitment to serving our district with dedication. Thank you, Mike. This week, we celebrate National School Psychology Week, and we recognize our outstanding school psychologists for their compassion, expertise, and dedication to supporting our students, its well-being and success on all our campuses. So we thank you. Yes, the speech and debate tournament. I was waiting for this one because Mr. Jensen has just paved the way for me to announce who won what, right? The details, remarkable results. But I want to thank all participants. It takes a lot of courage and bravery to stand in front of people to give a pre-prepared speech. However, I believe public speaking is one of the top fears that people have, and to overcome that fear by memorizing a speech and standing in front of peers alike and also judges, it's an amazing task for elementary school students. So kudos to everyone who participated. Earning first place in the large school division was Emory, with Gilbert taking second place. In the mid-school division, we had Whitaker that captured first place, with Corey that captured second. So Buena Park School District pretty much swept it that day. And we went against huge districts, big, large districts, but we're the mighty district. So we took it and swept it that day. So thank you, especially to our teacher coaches, Advantage Communications for your leadership, as well as our principal and staff that attended. They are the strongest advocates and cheerleaders, probably one of the loudest screamers in the crowd, as our children's smiles were from here to here as they went up to get their awards. So thank you. Our Saturday school program continues to grow. Whitaker was the first to kick that off 2 weeks ago, and followed by Buena Park Middle School and then Beatty last weekend. This Saturday, we have 5 schools participating in Saturday school. I want to just give a big shout out and thank you to Director Madeline Morrison, our principals, our dedicated staff for making these sessions engaging and impactful. Believe it or not, our body knows when it's a Saturday and we have to get up to work. It takes an above and beyond staff to create an above and beyond program, what we typically call outside of our workday, but once again, offering continued learning on a Saturday is an amazing feat. And as we enter the month of Thanksgiving, I too want to give thanks to our amazing staff. Our amazing executive cabinet. Cannot do it without my team and partners in crime. I shouldn't have said partners in crime, right? And our Golden Gavel winning Board of Trustees. Thank you so much for your continued support and your leadership as you just pave the road for us with your amazing vision. So thank you.
Awesome. With that, we'll move on to our programs and reports with our community partner recognition. Dr. Liu?
Yes, this evening, we have the honor of recognizing several incredible community partners whose generosity, collaboration, and care continue to uplift our students and families in our Buena Park School District. In Buena Park School District, we believe in meaningful partnerships. They're not accidental, but very intentional. Each of these organizations represents a spirit of shared purpose and the power of community coming together for something greater than ourselves. So we're going to have the Board of Trustees stand at this time. I believe the center stage is right in the circle. And we're going to begin with the Way Fellowship honoring Pastor Don. Each community partner will receive this very heavy, large glass plaque. Gorgeous. I'm going to go ahead and show this.
All right. So I have something really quick to just kind of say about Pastor Don and the Way Fellowship. It's truly a joy and honor to recognize Pastor Don Erber as an incredible heart and partner with our school district and the city of Buena Park. Pastor Don is one of those people who make everyone he meets feel seen and cared for. Whether he's helping families through a backpack giveaway at the start of the school year, or spreading joy through Christmas toy drives, or supporting our youth GRIP intervention programs. He does it all with humility, warmth, and genuine love. He just doesn't send help, he shows up. He takes time to come to talk to us personally and inviting us, and personally inviting our Buena Park School District family to church and community events. Always has the big smile and a signature bear hug. Sorry, I had to correct myself. Bear hug. That makes you feel like you've known him forever. Beyond his leadership at the Way Fellowship and his service as a senior chaplain for the Buena Park Police Department, Pastor Don is a true friend to our school and our family. A steady, compassionate presence who reminds us that what community truly means. We are grateful for the heart and the faith and the countless way he continues to bless us here in Buena Park. So, and on a personal note, I do, everything that's on here is very true. I've seen you out in different capacities, whether we're just out on the road or you're getting something, and you always go out of your way, and that shows just not on a personal level, but around the whole community. So thank you for everything that you do, and we really, truly appreciate everything that you've done for us.
We're going to stay up here. At this time, we would like to bring up Principal Leslie Chavez to honor our next community partner, Toyota.
Good evening, everybody. It is my distinct pleasure to recognize a dedicated and generous community partner for Gilbert Schools, AutoNation Toyota of Buena Park. For years, AutoNation Toyota of Buena Park has partnered with us, not just as a supporter, but a true member of the Gilbert family. Their support and presence are felt in different capacities throughout the school year. They have consistently launched our school year with incredible generosity, providing backpacks filled with essential supplies to our 1st through 5th graders, delivering inspiring words of affirmation to our students in English and Spanish, and making special classroom visits that truly light up our students' faces. We can always count on them to visit classrooms, be special guests, and be ready to give back to our school in any way. Their commitment doesn't stop there. Last year, they provided crucial support for our summer reading program, ensuring that every single Gilbert student, TK through 5th grade, received 2 to 3 new books. They continue learning and growing over the break. AutoNation Toyota Buena Park is a constant source of support for our students, staff, and families, and we are deeply grateful for their ongoing partnership.
Principal Chavez is going to receive the plaque on behalf of Toyota. All right, next up, we have Principal Jay Beckelheimer. He will be introducing our next community partner, Gear Up, Cal State Fullerton.
Good evening, everyone. I want to take a moment to celebrate the powerful and successful work achieved during the last school year through our collaboration with the outstanding Cal State Fullerton Gear Up program. This partnership was far more than just supplemental support. It was a strategic alliance built around 3 critical pillars that successfully positioned our students and staff for long-term growth. First and foremost, the partnership focused on comprehensive student achievement for college and career readiness. Gear Up staff were embedded within our school, providing consistent, personalized mentorship. They helped our middle school students. Yes, our middle school students start thinking critically about their post-secondary options, mapping out the courses and opportunities they needed to successfully transition to high school, higher education, and fulfilling careers. They were the daily reminder that college is an attainable goal for everybody. Secondly, Gear Up delivered high-impact tutoring and direct academic support. This targeted assistance ensured our students had the foundational knowledge and confidence to thrive in their current classes. It was about meeting immediate academic needs while simultaneously building the strong study skills required for rigorous academic future. And finally, the partnership recognized the vital role of our educators. Gear Up made a significant investment in our faculty by partnering with us to send 10 of our dedicated teachers to the prestigious AVID Summer Institute. This commitment was a game changer. It not only elevated the professional development of those specific teachers, but also substantially furthered our progress toward achieving campus-wide AVID training. By equipping more of our staff with these research-proven strategies, we built a school culture where critical thinking, writing, and inquiry are embedded in every classroom. The Cal State University Gear Up partnership was powerful. It was a powerful engine of growth, simultaneously lifting our students' aspirations, supporting their academic journeys, and investing in the excellence of our staff. We are incredibly grateful for their vision and commitment, and we continue to build on that foundation of success today. I present this plaque, wherever it is, to Adriana Badillo, the Director for the Center of Educational Partnerships, and Brianna Iniestra, Lead Coordinator, as I look forward to partnering with Gear Up in the future.
Thank you for having faith.
You remember? You're inspiring to me.
I know you were not hired to.
Well, I don't need one. I was almost nervous.
Okay, this time I would like to invite up our coordinator of community schools, Jackie Gallardo Hoffmaster. We would like to recognize Bracken's Kitchen.
Good evening. I'd like to invite Jessica Bowen, a mission administrator for Bracken's Kitchen, while we share a little bit about your awesome. Yeah, you're up here, of course. This is about you. Yes. Okay. So since July 1st, we have established a meaningful partnership dedicated to addressing food insecurity and expanding access to nutritious meals for Buena Park School District students and families, aligned with our community schools' commitment to supporting the whole child. During July and August, Bracken's Kitchen food truck and volunteers provided over 600 delicious hot lunches to families attending our farmers market at Buena Park Middle School. We are also continuing this effort through participation in their community feeding program, which will provide 200 plus frozen family meals at our upcoming farmers market at Whitaker on November 13th and Buena Park Middle School on November 20th. Ensuring our students and families have consistent access to healthy, ready-to-enjoy meals. We are deeply grateful for this partnership with Bracken's, and we look forward to the continued collaboration and service of our Buena Park community.
Last but not least, we have Dr. Joaquin Valdez, principal of Beatty Middle School, here to recognize Anaheim Ducks.
Good evening. So I wrote it down also just because I want to make sure I get it right, because it's super important that we highlight this. So on behalf of Beatty Middle School, its scholars, teachers, and staff, thank you for the opportunity to recognize the Anaheim Ducks Foundation, Brett Kurtz, and Greg Hughes. Since receiving our street hockey ring, something special has taken root at Beatty. We launched our first ever hockey team during the spring semester of last school year, and we're looking forward to this coming semester. In addition, our physical education teachers now have a rink they can use during the street hockey lesson that also happens in the spring. For many of our students, this was their first time putting on gear, learning the rules, and competing together. The smiles of practice, the teamwork on game day, and the pride our scholar athletes carried back to class, that was the impact of this gift. But the foundation didn't stop at a rink. They gave us time, the most valuable gift of all. Volunteers came to Beatty to paint vibrant Bronco murals and refresh 6 campus planters with California native plants. That might seem simple, but for our students and community, it means a great deal. Those murals and planters have transformed ordinary spaces into places of belonging. They lift school spirit, celebrate our Bronco logo and our motto, Broncos Lead the Way, and remind our scholars that they are seen, valued, and part of something bigger. Through sports, our students have found a new way to connect with school. Through beautification, they see daily evidence that their campus is cared for. Together, these efforts strengthen pride, build relationships, and open doors for students to try something new and succeed. To the Anaheim Ducks Foundation, Brett Kurtz and Greg Hughes, thank you for your partnership, your generosity, and your belief in our kids. Your commitment will benefit Beatty students, teachers, staff, and families for generations to come. I, along with our entire Beatty community, thank you.
And we have a bonus thank you from President Jason Chung.
Yeah, I have known Brett and Greg for a while, and the Ducks are a professional sports organization that is the most humble organization you'll ever meet. I work with them on a personal level at my work, and what they do, they come into a community and love and give selflessly, as President Joaquin has mentioned, their time, their resources. You wouldn't think that this is an organization that's like a professional sports team. And you're talking about hockey in Southern California, like hot ice doesn't work. Ducks make it work. And they come and give literally their heart and soul to support kids and their well-being. Not just hockey, not just for students only, but staff for a lot of different ways. So I'm sure a lot of our PE teachers have gone to their trainings, have gone and they give beyond. So for them to be able to be part of our community has been awesome, as well as we're lucky to be able to partner. And so I just want to add that because I know I've worked with them in a different capacity, and it's just a blessing to work with a group that you would think has the ability to be egotistical, but not. They're in first place, by the way. So go Ducks.
And they come with their own fan club. So if we could have our PE teachers come up for the picture as well, I know it would mean a lot to have you also in this picture. And thank you, Dr. Valdez, if you wouldn't mind being in this picture.
A little more. Show the left. Yep. Oh, we got it. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, sounds good. We'll represent. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you to our management team who's out here to help support. We appreciate your presence at the board meeting.
Right. It's always nice to recognize people. We'll move on to our hearing session. The audience members may request to address the board on an item on or off the agenda per board bylaw 9323. Individual speakers shall be allowed 3 minutes to address the governing board on each agenda or non-agenda item. The board limits the total time for public input on each item to 20 minutes. Total time allowed for public comment shall be 30 minutes. Audience members wishing to address the board during the hearing session of the agenda should fill out the request to address the governing board form and turn it into the executive assistant prior to the board holding the hearing session. Do we have any public comments? I could have skipped all that. Thank you. All right, moving on to the approval of minutes. Approval of the October 13th, 2025 regular meeting. Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Frutos.
I'll second.
Thank you, Mr. Jensen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 5-0. And we'll move on to action discussion calendar. First item is the acceptance of the Comprehensive School Safety Plan, the CSSP, all schools. Is there any discussion?
Not for me.
None?
Other than it's, it's a mandatory thing, but it's obviously one of the most important things we do is maintaining the safety of our students. And so I appreciate the amount of time and effort that goes into these very lengthy and thick plans. And I know this was only a revision, but I do appreciate the time and effort that all of the staff goes into and putting those together. So thank you.
Yeah, another thing on the principal list, Do I have a motion then to accept?
I'll motion to accept.
Thank you, Mr. Jensen.
One second.
Thank you, Mr. Furto, second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 5-0. Does that mean the principals can leave now? If they like to, yeah, just kidding. They usually work for that. Move on to the approval of the revised, there you go, go home, go. Yeah, bye. Thank you for your efforts. Approval of the revised job description of the Chief Technology Officer and reestablishment of the job classification on the senior management salary schedule. Any discussion?
Yes. So I am wholeheartedly in favor of our district getting a chief technology officer. I think it's critical to the future of the district. I mean, technology just keeps ramping up in its importance, and the amount of stuff you need to do in order to, maintain the infrastructure and to keep everyone safe online and, within the system, and keep our system safe from bad actors across the world who seem to always want to make money. However, I do want to point out that this is going to be a tough position to fill. It reads like two separate positions. There's how to manage, how to do. And so I am hopeful that we can find somebody who fits the chief technology officer. I do think it will be difficult, but I am looking forward to the candidates and hearing hopefully what great candidates we have applying to this position, because it is a unique and challenging position for our district. Thank you.
I agree. I was at Cisco for a field trip for my regular work, and in there, you're going to hear a lot about exactly what you're sharing, and the cyber world is so important. And I think it's essential to have the right people that can manage. I think it's a huge part, manage, lead, and maintain and support and innovate, actually, all those
Right.
things. And so I know there's a lot of change, but this is one world I think is good, right thing to do. So thank you guys for bringing this forward, because this is an essential position I think we need to fill.
I'd say that I do agree with Mr. Jensen. It is a lot, but I'm pretty sure, we can have, qualified candidates in regards to, that position. Keeping that in mind, cybersecurity is very important. That's one of the biggest topics, that comes around. And, it's one of the topics that I know it's going to be coming around when it comes to, when I go to the conference Coast to Coast in next April. That's a federal advocacy, and that's always a big topic of conversation that I enjoy and, get to share. But going back to that position, I wholeheartedly feel that for this position, we need somebody that's going to be committed. Our IT department needs, and they're ready to grow and learn. And we do have, I will put it out there that any candidate that would want to have this position needs to be committed to that job, because we owe it to our staff members here in our IT department to have somebody that comes in and teaches them the way, so we can build that infrastructure here at Buena Park School District.
Any other discussion? If not, I do know that this is a little change. It's a walk-up item, walk-on item. I was hoping for walk-off, but I think it's walk-off. But we want to have a motion to approve as submitted in revision, not what was posted. And the revision is a bullet point separating 2 points, one about managing and overseeing as two separate items. So we're approving or moving forward motion to accept the new walk-on job posting class or of the chief technology officer with that differentiation of two bullet points, 2 bullet points. We have a motion.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Thank you, Mr. Jensen. Thank you, Mrs. Estrada for second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Okay, moving on to establishment of December 8th, 2025 as the annual organizational meeting of the Board of Trustees. Any discussion? We're just talking about that. We're going to be doing this next meeting, correct? Establishment of this. We vote on it? Yes, to establish it. We have a motion to establish.
Motion.
Thank you. Mr.
I'll
Herman.
second.
Thank you, Ms. Shed. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Moving on to review of proposed 2026 governing board meeting dates. So we're reviewing to have discussion as well. So I have a personal thing on this one I would like to bring up. I have a program I'm a part of, and in May, June, possibly July, I have Monday classes that I may have to miss board meetings for. So that's my personal thing I was gonna bring up. And secondly, just a thought, when we do board meetings, I know sometimes it's difficult for our staff to kind of organize questions and answers over a weekend when we submit stuff. So my only suggestion in this part was to propose if we could consider a different date, a day of the week for our board meetings. But that's just me. I know we've been so used to Mondays as a district, and I'm not trying to stir the pot too much. However, if it's a discussion of support for the staff and a personal selfish, because if I miss 4, I realize I'm missing like 1/4 of our board meetings. But you guys probably could do it without me, just saying. As a proposal, I want to throw that out there, see what you guys thought.
So you're proposing changing the day of the week for the rest of the meetings or the ones that you would miss?
I feel like for consistency, if I propose, because if only 1 is one thing, but if it's like 4, a consideration for consistency of maybe making it the same for just 1 year and see how it goes and deciding on if you guys want to revisit it later. But again, it's not about me, but just throwing out there, if we're going to, it makes, I think, sense to do it as a consistent time for most Thursdays. Again, you have people in the audience, I'm sure they have opinions, but if we go Monday on certain months and Thursday on certain months, I feel like that might be too confusing and challenging for others.
And when is that starting? When do you start?
May, June, and July, most likely. And then I do have 1 week in January. I do also have to miss on Monday.
I think for that, we can kind of revisit the calendar to see what it looks like, so we can keep something, create a new norm. I do see the part where Mondays can be a little challenging with gathering information over the weekend. And it's, it's a twofold thing, we ask for the information, but and it's hard for staff to kind of get it to us on time. But in retrospect, sometimes we don't get that information. So it works both ways. With that being said, I'm open to looking at the calendar to see how we can be flexible. Just not to the sensitivity part of us receiving information from staff, but also to ensure that our board is here present, because I think the biggest part of these board meetings is for all board members to be present. So we can figure something where we all benefit from would be ideal, in my opinion.
I would certainly like to then defer the decision on this, because I would like the staff to have a say in what, how that will affect them. And so I would like to hear back from the district staff what they think, because that's very important.
If I may put out there, Thursday would be the best day out of the week, if that can be considered. Noting that Wednesday evenings, we do have a union rep council meeting in the evening that would conflict with any union members attending here versus there. And Tuesdays, I know there's another conflict with a neighboring board member schedule as well for a board meeting.
The problem is me.
So,
Taylor Swift knows. The problem is me.
yes.
Bulletin board meetings,
But
I
if
should say.
there's a day we can examine, Thursday would be one we would like to put on the table.
Tuesday's
consideration.
also the city council night also.
Mhm.
So, and sometimes, you go to that. So I go to that sometimes. So, yeah, I'm fine with asking the staff if Thursday works for them.
Yeah, if we can have to ask the staff and send out a survey or however, I think it is important to hear, staff voice in this, not just speak on behalf of them. So if we can get information and, as a consensus from staff and, I'm okay with that as well.
One benefit also of a different day on Monday, a lot of holidays on Monday. So if there's Mondays that we miss, sometimes you have to always push it to a Tuesday anyways or some other Monday. So if that's the case, then you avoid holidays. Thursdays is a good, there's no holidays on Thursdays usually, so no excuse.
Just one.
There is one?
Thanksgiving.
Oh. But we already had the meeting this month, so, yeah.
So are you looking at Thursday, the same second Thursday of the week?
Well, to the point, I think if they get
Yeah,
an opinion and.
Yeah, it's just
consensus-
I've got a lot of planned stuff already, and so I need to
Right.
check against.
And Thursdays is early release day, so there is some flexibility there with gathering some information, last minute information that comes in to our staff.
True that too. Apologies if I'm bringing a wrench into the program, but just wanted to ask
No.
and see what the team thought. We could just take a survey right now. Ask everyone here. What do you guys think?
You can defer, well, yeah, we'll be here at the next meeting, but we can defer. I can.
So next step would be then to bring it up back up on December board meeting agenda.
You have to approve it then.
We have to approve it at that time. So then maybe over Friday report, we get data and then we can discuss it at the board meeting, or you have to approve today?
It's a December 16th.
Vote.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So then we'll get feedback by Friday reports to then December 8th, decide if that schedule is okay in discussion and action.
Yes.
And also to add to that, in the month of April, I will be at a conference. I'll be at Coast to Coast and it will fall on a Monday.
Wow,
So
it's all about you, man. Just kidding.
I just wanted to just share that with,
Thank you.
our board and, our public. If there's an opportunity for us to, change the date or move it to a different Monday, if we do happen to keep Mondays, move it to a different Monday of the month, that would help. But if not, I guess I'll just post my signs wherever I'm at and make it a public meeting.
Do we need to take any action on this one then, or are we saying pass? It was just discussion. Been discussed. Move on to first reading of the board policy revision. Any discussion or comments?
No, I think the additions are highly appropriate and I think a benefit to our staff and our students.
For those who don't know, policies regarding head lice. That's the main one, right? So, okay, if all good, then we're not approving that either, right? Moving on, consent calendar. Unless a trustee has a question concerning a particular item and asks that it be withdrawn from the consent calendar, the items are approved at one time by the governing board. Mr. Jensen,
I have nothing.
Mrs. Estrada,
I have nothing.
Ms. Shed,
I have nothing.
Mr. Frutos.
Nothing for me.
I have nothing either. Do I have a motion?
A motion?
Thank you, Mrs. Estrada. Second.
I'll second.
Thank you, Ms. Shed. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 5-0. And information and correspondence. Major topics. Dr. Lee, you want to add anything?
Yes, what has been added in one of the January board meetings is a facilities and bond project updates presentation.
I believe we have the first interim report. Ms. Petit, looking forward to it. All right. Let's see, any requests for information or future topics? Would you like to add anything? If not, we'll go to closed session. Conferences with Dr. Julian Lee, Superintendent of the Buena Park School District, Sandra Petit, Assistant Superintendent of Business and Operations, Paul Dynas, Chief Personnel Officer, regarding labor relations with BPTA, labor relations with CSEA, labor relations with non-represented management and confidential contract employees, public employee discipline, dismissal release, and public employee performance evaluation superintendent. Do I have a motion to go into closed session?
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Frutos.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Jensen. All those in favor?
Aye.
We go into closed session at 5:49. Okay, do I have a motion to reconvene?
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Frutos.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Jensen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 5-0. Reconvening at 7:16. Nothing to report out of closed session. And do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Frutos.
I'll second.
Thank you, Ms. Shed. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passed 5-0 and adjourned at 7:16.